Let's come to order, and we'll start our meeting here. Uh, this is a regular city council meeting. It's being held Thursday, July the 16th. The executive session, we had none, typically starts at 6 p.m. and the regular meeting begins at 7 p.m. at the Seymour City Hall, 301 North Washington, Seymour 6380. All notices have been duly posted in accordance and conformance with the Government Code of the State of Texas, Section 551.072C. City of Seymour attempts to make its meetings accessible to all its citizens. If you have need of auxiliary aids, please notify the city secretary at 940-889-3148 at least 72 hours in advance. The agenda is also posted on the city's website at cityofseymour.org. With the following agenda to be considered. We've opened the meeting. Let's have a we've called to order. Let's have our pledge of, we need a roll call first. Council Lady Nancy Townley. Council Lady Karen Kalachi.
Here.
Councilman Skylar Hendricks.
Here.
Councilman Billy Hendricks.
Here.
Perfect. Let's stand and we'll say our pledge of allegiance, and then if we'll remain standing, Councilman Skylar Hendricks will lead us in prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you please bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the city and for the privilege that we have for serving it. We also want to extend our prayers out to our fellow Texans in South Texas, South Central Texas for the flooding, everything that's going on there for the rescue workers and all the people that are helping with that and afflicted by that. We ask that you grant us this council and our employees here wisdom for our decisions for us tonight, humility to listen to our citizens well, and our hearts set on good for every person that we serve. Please guide our words and our votes. In Jesus' name, amen.
Mayor Pro Tem Billy Hendricks, do you have anything this evening? Okay, that's what Skylar said in terms of prayer for the people in South Texas. It's very serious down there. It's basically a year ago today, and I think over 120, maybe 129 people that died last year with the flooding and all those kinds of things. So let's remember them. Want to just call a little more attention to our downtown. We've got some renovations going downtown, a lot of good things, and makes the town look better, and it makes the town better, and shows confidence in our downtown and in our city. So we're thankful for that. And right now, I believe that, Jeff, that's all I've got. Do you have some announcements you'd like to make, Dr. Brazier?
Well, I have no recognitions. However, I can move down to the reports if you're ready. Okay. So on personnel report, as I reported, we do have one of our electric department linemen has resigned. So he put in a 2-week notice late last week. So we've had Ms. Bush to post that position. So we are searching for someone that would potentially be a great employee for the city of Seymour. If y'all know of anyone, please send them our way, or anybody out listening in the community. As far as our police department report, just report that our police have been very busy this month, as always. Their calls continue to keep coming in. They were busy with the rodeo. They had all hands on deck, did a great job there with the parade, traffic control. And also, if you notice, our police department signs are up, and we're almost near completion. We still want to do some lighting, and we hope at some point we can find someone that would do a mural there on the outside to really finish up the way what they look like, and then the lights would hopefully help that accentuate those things on the police department. But we're really proud of how that turned out. And also the new police trucks are in production. I think one of them's already been done, and so I think we're probably about 60 days out before we get them all here. So anyway, we're all excited about that as well. On our financial report, it looks like we were produced about $204,000 in the black through June of 2026. So the city is performing well. That does not include the $82,000 that we finally got from Waterfleet from our acceptance of the sewer water that we processed. So we're looking good there. And then this will be the last time that we do the city swimming pool report. Visitation is down, although visitors have averaged probably about 30 a day, depending on the weather. But our lifeguards are still very attentive. I still see them sitting up in the stands and doing a good job there. And so we really appreciate the families who have visited this summer. I hope we finish up strong, but it's been a great summer. Miss Donnell and her lifeguard staff has just done a fantastic job. So I want to congratulate them if you have a chance. And that's
Thank you, Dr. Brazier. I'd like to recognize Chief Bryce Sawyer is here. Officer Jones is here. Appreciate y'all being here today. I want to back up 1 minute and just mention that we did have a brief meeting, or I was at a brief meeting with Atmos today, and we were basically trying to get an idea on when they might be completing their project here, and some of the city's expectations in terms of making sure, in other words, don't leave till the things that are like in the alleys and roadways and things, it needs to be satisfactorily complete. And they agreed. They were very cordial. They had 3 representatives there, and it could be another 6. They indicated another 6 months to a year. So it's kind of, I know it's wearing on. It's wearing. I mean, it's exhausting, to see it, and it just seems like it's never going to end. So maybe there's a slight ray of sunshine there, but they do know or are aware of what the city's general expectations are on that. And we'll have another meeting later, and they agreed to continue to update us on their progress and let it. And if we need anything, we've got contact information and we can contact them. So sorry I didn't mention that a while ago, but that's kind of a big deal. Okay, we're down to number 1, public hearings. We're going to go through these and then we're going to come back to them. So if you want to speak on them now, you can, but if you want to wait till the second part of it, you can get up and you can speak for up to 3 minutes, and we can ask questions and go back and forth if we need to. But when we mention an address on these, like I say, if you want to come up and say something, you're perfectly okay to do that. Or you can wait to the part where we get to the action part of this. But up to you. Number 1, concerning 607 East Miller, specific use permit requested for purpose of private storage with two 40-foot containers on gravel with an A-frame roof. We have had discussions about this. This is Mr. McDermott's, and it's what you didn't get. Did you not get response from any of the letters you sent out?
I did not. I got a phone call from Mrs. Graves, and she's in support of it, but she is the owner of the property that Mr. McDermott is purchasing it from. So, but she's fine with the use of that property. Most of my letters that I sent out, I did not get a red receipt back on them. So either the people are not at that location anymore, or the mail may have not gotten there timely fashion.
Come on up and kind of tell us who you are and make a comment and push that button up on the mic if you would, or take it out of there if you want to. Just pull it out. Yeah, push it up.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm Todd Bowling. I live at 600 East Miller.
Okay. And
I was just wondering what this rezoning's all about. Well, mainly, is it going to raise my taxes?
Right. I don't speak for the appraisal district, but I don't see how it could, honestly.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. You're in the neighborhood there. I know. Right. Are you Todd? Todd Bowling. I knew that's who you were. Thank you, Todd. Okay. But he presented some kind of a rendering where he would at some point put an A-frame over it. He's going to park, I think, a trailer and maybe a vehicle under there and call it good.
It's for personal storage only. So the 2 shipping containers will be for him to put stuff in. And then he wants to roof it so that he can put trailers or pickup, whatever there. So it's just personal storage. I actually think that his intention is to get an apartment in Seymour.
He's already got
Oh,
one.
he's already got one. So he just doesn't have room. And instead of paying for storage, he just wants to create his own. However, we do not allow a storage facility in an R1, whether it's commercial or private, and when there's not a house tied to it. And that's why it's coming to y'all, because there's not a house on that property. It is just a flat piece of land that will have, if granted, this storage on it.
Okay. Any more questions here? We'll come back to it here in a bit to take some action on it. Number 2, concerning 801 North Tackett, a junk and debris code enforcement action. So first reading of that, we'll come back to it. 709 East Nevada, a junk and debris code action, enforcement action. East Nevada is the road that goes up to the high school, the north road that goes up to the high school. Okay, number 4, if there's no comment at this point. 404, concerning 404 South Browning, a junk and debris. Is 404 the correct address on that? Okay. 404 South Browning, a junk and debris code enforcement action. And again, we're going to come back to that. And I know there's been a lot of work done on that. Number 5, concerning 302 West 13th Street, a junk and debris code enforcement action. That's it's north of the housing apartments, far end of, it's West 13th, but it's kind of at the far end of North Cedar Street, where you run into, the road just kind of ends right there. So we'll come back to that one too. We've got a consent agenda. This is items that we don't, approval of the city council meetings from last month. We've had a chance to look over those. Accounts payable, quarterly investment report. Is there any discussion on this?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to accept the consent agenda, which we'll do that. All in favor say aye. All opposed, the same? Okay, thank you. We do need to vote. That's 4-0. Okay. Discuss, consider, and take action concerning 607 East Miller, a specific use permit requested for purpose of private storage with 2 40-foot containers on gravel with an A-frame roof. Any discussion out here? Any discussion here? If not, is there a motion?
I just have a question.
Yes.
Do we have, since this is sort of a precedent-setting thing, we haven't typically done this in the past, are there any specific policies or rules that we would need to put in place to govern this as we go down the line?
No, the specific use permit allows you to generate that permit as you see fit for that purpose and that person. So if you have special considerations that you would like for this permit, you're not really setting a precedent so much. It's how do you feel like it would impact the neighborhood, and if something needed to be done to decrease any negative impact. I would kind of look at it like that, So if you were in, let's say you were in a new addition in town where everyone has the same 8-foot wooden fence in everybody's backyard, and then you end up with a house that burnt down, so you have a lot, and someone wanted to do something like this. I could see the council saying to keep the integrity of the neighborhood, we're going to require you to put an 8-foot wooden fence around this as well, because it does not conform, but we want to maintain integrity. So I could see it like that. You know what I'm saying? That it would be specific
Well,
on that case.
one of the things, this may not, I don't know if this would answer a question or contribute anything, but is what does the neighborhood say? What do the neighbors say in terms of, we've had them, somebody want to do something outside of zoning, and you send out 10 letters and 7 of them say no. Well, that gives you kind of an idea that it's like, I think this is the answer maybe should be no.
So I did not receive any physical responses back from the neighbors. It was printed in the newspaper, and the sign was placed on the property, and it instructed those that had questions to come to City Hall to ask them in case mailers didn't make it out. And the only person that I had direct conversation with was Miss Graves. And so, and now Mr. Boland. So
Ms. Graves is selling the property, or
yes, or will be.
that's the plan anyway.
Yes.
Okay. I've driven by there several times, and I know where Mr. Boland lives, and I know where this property is. There used to be a house next door to it, but it burned, several years ago. Really? Okay. Okay. Well, I know there was a huge fire there several years ago, and I mean, it was the most complete devastation I ever saw. There was hardly even any ash. I mean, it was just gone. Okay. Go ahead and come up and what were you going to say?
What are y'all going to do about Richard Garrett's property right across the street? I'm not sure. It may be 599 address. I'm not sure.
Across the street from you?
Yes, correct.
North?
Yes. Yes.
North. It's probably on a list somewhere. There's so many.
Okay.
We just hadn't got to it yet.
Okay.
I can note Mr. Boland's request to have it looked into.
Okay.
How about that?
Ms. Bush will make a note of that, and we'll go by it. Thank you. Any more discussion out here or up here? Nancy made a good comment.
So on the structure pertaining to the roof over the containers, is this property, as far as junk and debris, going to be held to the same standards as a house would? So if the roof starts caving in, if it gets junky, it's still held at the same ordinance, correct?
So that's why personal storage is not just allowed like this, right? So yes, it would fall under public nuisance if there was trash, rubble, earthen materials like limbs, rocks, appliances that are made for indoor use were stored outside. And so probably in this way, because it is specifically requesting it for storage, what we would do is, let's say there's a refrigerator outside that is not allowed within our ordinances. It's a safety issue. And so I would call Mr. McDermott and be like, you're going to have to put your refrigerator in the storage container and have it locked up, or you're going to have to remove it from the property or you have to take the doors off of it, I think is how we allow for storage of a refrigerator, because it's a safety issue about a child getting stuck in it. And it's written in our ordinance. So, I mean, but yes, we would coat it, grass, the whole 9 yards, just like a public nuisance property.
Good question. Anything else? Anybody want to make a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion that we grant a specific use permit to Mr. McDermott at 607 East Miller.
Okay. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Councilman Hendricks. All in favor, any more discussion out here before we vote? If not, no more up here. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, the same, so it passes. Discuss, consider, and take action concerning 801 North Tackett, a junk and debris code enforcement action.
So I have had correspondence with the owners of 801, and they have made steps to come into compliance. And so Dr. Brazier made me aware that they had done some work on the property. So yesterday I went and took pictures so that we have proof that they have made progress. I spoke with Ms. Charo on the phone, and we talked about time and what she needed to be granted so that she had time to come into compliance. So I gave her till August the 14th. That's the week before we have our next city council meeting. So if they didn't come into compliance, we would have time to request them to come to the next city council meeting to discuss it. But they have done work on the property. We have proof of that work. And so we'll just stay with them and try to help them get that completed.
So by next council meeting, we should know whether or not there's going to be real progress made. on
Yes,
this.
I'll either tell you they have compliance or they'll be at a council meeting in August.
So are you recommending no action on this tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Any more discussion on this up here, out there? Is there a motion anybody wants to make? If not, it would just die and possibly roll over to next month. Okay. It just dies for lack of a motion. Okay, number 11, discuss, consider, and take action concerning 709 East Nevada, a junk and debris code enforcement action. That's the house on
This
the
is
road,
on
the north road to the high school.
Nevada and Murray Street, going north. So on the north side of Nevada. This property is what we would kind of put as a dead property. The owner is deceased. I believe it's in the son's name now, but the son doesn't live there, and the addresses all go to that address. So I have no way of finding anybody outside of that because there's no forwarding addresses or anything. I was told that there was a daughter that lived in Abilene. I could not locate her. This is not a substandard structure. This is a junk and debris code enforcement, and possibly a junk vehicle. There's an RV that's got a 619 tag on it, I think, that hasn't moved in a while. There's a hot tub in the backyard. The fence is deteriorated. And so what we would do is, my suggestion is we do another 30 days of trying to find somebody, send notification again, something. And at the end of 30 days, we'll go ahead and post on the property itself that we're going to abate it. And then we'll go in, we'll mow, remove the junk and debris from the property, and dispose of it and put a lien.
Would this be on the next council agenda? Is that where we would take action to do this, or can we do it tonight?
You could tell me tonight if that's the action that you want to do, or if I'm able to get a hold of somebody, then I would prefer them to have the opportunity to speak to you about them coming into compliance. It's less work for us as well, and it's their property. So it's really up to how y'all will do. But I just let you know that I was unable to reach anybody tied to this property.
All right.
So I'd make a motion that we postpone action on this particular property, granting Ms. Bush the authority to continue looking for 30 days, then to post on the property at the end of the 30 days, a notice.
Okay. Did you get that? Is that enough, Lauren, for the motion? Okay.
Yes, I'll add that to the motion.
So the motion is to postpone the abatement for now and to look for the owner for another 30 days because August the 16th
Correct.
I like that. Okay.
I second.
We have a motion from Ms. Townley and a second from Ms. Galachik. Is there any more discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. All opposed, no. So that does carry. Okay, moving on. Number 12, discuss, consider, and take action concerning 404 South Browning, a junk and debris code enforcement action. Is anybody here that would like to speak on that? No, no. Things are going pretty good right now. Okay, tell us who you are and what you've been doing down there.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay. My name's Barry Stevens. My dad's estate, but I have cleaned up around there. So she told me that I'm in compliance. But I do have one concern is the city had turned my electricity off for over 2 months. You know, I hadn't been over here, didn't know it. You know, I don't live here. And they just needed to change the meter. Why didn't they just walk up with a meter, unplug this one, plug this one back, and it'd be good? Now my refrigerator is just covered in mold, and I don't think that should have been done. And then I call them and say, hey, why ain't I getting electricity? Oh, well, showing it's on. Well, it's not. And they still billing me though,
Was it
It was a little lower bill, but not much.
was it formally turned off? Does anybody know, or was it just a failure of the meter, or do we know?
There was not a work order for us to track. The meter was tabbed. I'm not sure why. That is, you have to physically go in and tab it there. And I
They
was
tabbed it. They put a red tab on it, but didn't change the meter, just shut my utilities off. That ain't right.
we did, like I said, I don't have a work order requesting that, so we didn't have any way to. There's no paper trail, so I can't tell you what caused them to think they needed to tab it or anything.
Tagged it said he did what the work order told him to do. So there is a work order.
Maybe we can explore it and see if there's anything, but you don't think there's a work order?
We looked for the work order. We
Okay.
couldn't find one.
Okay. Is the electricity on now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when Mr. Stevens came into town to do his code enforcement action, that's when you spoke with the electric guys, I'm guessing, because I got a phone call.
Yeah, there's one guy come up first, and then he said, I'm the one that tagged it. And he said, this had to have been done over 2 months ago. But I don't know why it takes 2 months why didn't they take a meter with them, plug it in? That's all you do. You pull it out, plug another in.
I agree with Mr. Stevens, but we'll have to continue to look into it
Yeah.
and find out what caused it initially. I have no idea. That's not a normal action.
Okay.
So it's going to take a little bit more investigation for me to come up with an answer.
Let her kind of check into that. Let's get back to your, it looks, I visited with you before the meeting. You're about to run out of time. It looks really good. I mean, it looks way better than what it was. It was just, pretty striking. And I don't know if Ms. Bush brought it to my attention or Dr. Brazier, but it looked good.
I wish all of the people who received a letter in the mail were so quick to respond and in
Yes,
such a
yes.
great fashion. So it's night and day if you
So,
go over there and
Do
look.
we need a motion or do we just let it die?
There's no action needed. I mean, you have a compliant property owner and everything's been up.
So just do nothing.
It's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So unless one of y'all has a comment, like I say, I drove by it just before I came up here, and I hadn't.
The 2 tractors, Rodney Hendrick bought those. He just had Saturday, and he just hasn't moved them yet.
Okay.
They're under the carport. And then the boat, I gave to my nephew, and I need him to come get
Perfect. All right, well, you're good, and we'll do some more exploring on the electric. I mean, we have no explanation. How many meters do we have, Lauren? 1,800 or 1,300? Something like that. So something fell through the cracks or something, but let's move on. Thank you for your comments. Discuss, consider, and take action concerning, there's no action on the previous, number 12. Number 13, discuss, consider, and take action concerning 302 West 13th Street, a junk and debris code enforcement action. And is anybody here would like to speak on that?
I did send letters and speak with the property owners. Miss Massengill called me. Her husband they've been in Lubbock for the better part of a month receiving some treatment there. And so I sent her an email. She gave me her email address and explained to her exactly what we needed for compliance. And she said that she would get back with me. That's probably been 10 days or more. I have not heard back from her yet. Or had confirmation that the email was received or read. I did have another woman come into my office that said she was going to clean the property up. She did not have ownership rights to it, so I didn't really know how to encourage her to do that, because it's almost like if they didn't know she wanted to go in there, I didn't want her to be like, sure, trespass, you know what I mean? So it was kind of odd. So I told her, being that you're not the owner of the property and I have not had any communication with the owner that you were going to take this property over, you need to discuss that with them about if you want to bring that property into compliance. There was discussion about extending North Foley through there's 3 lots there, through the 2 lots and putting in a formal dead end into that 3rd lot. In doing that, everything would have to be moved in about a 32-foot area to allow for the 23-foot road and the 7-foot right-of-way on either side. And so I did explain that to her, and she said that she wanted to put a large gate across it to prevent people from coming in and out. And I told her that in the event that we want to start building that road, we will contact the property owner and let them know. And so anyways, someone did come and talk to me about compliance, but how they're associated with this property, I could not identify.
It's kind of a it's not a legal term, but it's kind of messy. I mean,
is.
Not physically, but just the whole situation.
The occupant is incarcerated right now, and the owner is in treatment in Lubbock. So no one is actually here that we can address any issues with. But we needed to start this conversation to get it to where it needs to be. So.
Okay. So we could go ahead and take action at this point, and that would involve posting notices at the property and that kind of thing before doing anything. Or should we to remediate the situation down there, put the road through, move the junk, the stuff, or should we wait?
In your motion, I would include all of that if that's what you want to happen, because that's several different things. If you want me to go ahead and start the road construction portion of that, then I'll have to get with Ronnie and we'll have to figure out when and how that's all going to happen, because it's good, there's a process in that. And the junk and debris would have to be removed from that right-of-way area. If you want a full body abatement, then we're talking about 2 lots and anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 would be my guess to abate that property. So, and we would, of course, place a lien on it to try to recuperate the taxpayer dollars, but you will still be out of pocket. The city will be out of pocket that abatement cost. So really, it's just how y'all want this done.
So did you have any indication with the property owner about when she might respond?
No.
Okay.
I think the certified mail worked in this case. And so maybe what we should do as you give me your motion of how you would like this done, I'll respond to her by certified mail again with the council's decision moving forward and see if she wants to counter your decision. And then I can speak with Dr. Brazier and maybe determine whether or not that's something y'all would like to look at in August. You're not going to get it cleaned up or a road built in 30 days. So I mean, whatever direction you give me, it's going to take me longer than August the 20th to get it done anyways. So we've got a little time on the table.
I just would recommend that we take a proactive approach. This property to me has been really, really bad condition for decades. And I think that it's time for us to take action. And whether it takes 30, 60, or 90 days, at least we got the wheels moving in the right direction. And I think that's what's best for our community.
That's kind of where I'm leaning. It's just been that way for so long. It's time to, at least, just my opinion, it's a council decision, but to move forward on it. And like you say, it's going to take longer than 30 days to get something going down there, but we can be starting. Is there any discussion out here or any more up here? Anyone wants to make a motion? You're certainly can make a motion, or you don't have to do anything.
So I would make a motion that we authorize Dr. Brazier and staff to begin the process required for abatement, which would be what the formal, the notice has been given. So it would be a notice on the property. And so I began that process and then or develop work orders or whatever is necessary to accomplish this abatement and the street completion.
Okay. Is that sufficient, Ms. Bush? Okay. We all heard the motion. Is there any comment out here on the motion? If not, is there any more discussion up here? Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Councilman Hendricks, all in favor? If there's no other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? No. There's no opposition. So that passes. Okay, that is number 13. We're down to number 14. We have 20 agenda items, so we're getting close. Discuss, consider, and take action concerning permit variance request from Chris Orsack.
So we've already given Chris Orsack a specific use permit for one RV, and it's located there on 12th Street next to Mr. Hollow's our RV spot there. And he's requested to add 3 additional RVs to that specific use permit. He, of course, would be under the RV ordinance laws and et cetera. But this wasn't a new permit. It's just a variance from the permit that he already has.
So he's adding, do we know how many spaces? 3?
3. So there would be 4 in total.
3.
You want to come up and chat? No?
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. There's 1 there now. The addition of 3 would make
Yes.
4. And it's, right.
And this is the property that is directly in front of the Massengill property that we were just talking about doing cleanup with.
Yeah. It's all right in that same area. And Mr. Holliv has made some remarkable improvements down there with what he's done. So
So is there room? I mean, that would pretty much fill up. So
Yes,
he
that
wouldn't be able
lot
to
is,
move.
I believe it's 150 feet long. It runs, it's not deep, it's
Mhm.
wide and shallow. So it's 50 by 150 or 140. There we
Okay.
go.
So my question is this the last permit there will be submitting for that particular area, or is there room for
On that piece of property, there is no
there's
additional
additional
room. No,
Okay.
not on that one that Mr. Orsak owns.
Well, you want me to make a motion?
Yeah.
I grant we give Chris Orsack the variance.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any more discussion out here or up here? All in favor, say aye. All opposed, no. There's no opposition, so Mr. Orsack will get his variance to add 3 more slots. Number 15, discuss, consider, and take action concerning security quotes from Seymour PD. I don't think we need to talk about that. Oh, wait. We have Chief Bryce Sawyer coming up. If you will speak into the microphone and kind of go through that, that'd be good. Thank you for being here.
Nowhere else I'd rather be. So we got audited by the state as part of our CJIS audit. And some of the new standards that is required of agencies that hold criminal justice information, is what CJIS stands for, is it has to have 24-hour monitoring or be manned. So like our sheriff's department's okay because they have a dispatcher and they're 24/7. We do not, therefore, by state and federal laws, we are now going to be required to have an alarm system at the police department that has 24-hour monitoring. So we went out for some bids, and I think there's 3, if I recall correctly, in there. I'm sorry, I don't have them in front of me. ADT, and there's 2 other ones. The ADT one was substantially